It's time for the film room, and on this episode, we're going to look at Texas Tech defensive end Tyree Wilson. If you're not familiar with what I do here on the film room, I like to. It's not highlights. It's not a hype video. I like to take clips from games, game film, to showcase what type of prospect, in this case, Tyree Wilson is coming into the NFL draft. Tyree Wilson is a guy that's been hyped up quite a bit, a regular in the top 10 of mock drafts. I've seen him as high as number 3 to the Arizona Cardinals. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the film and let's see why Tyree Wilson is one of the better prospects in this 2023 NFL draft class. All right, in this first clip, the thing that I want to highlight is just Tyree Wilson's ability to go get the quarterback. Here he is lined up, about the 7 technique against NC State. And here's a guy that's 6'6", 275 pounds. And he's able to burst off, push to the outside, but then able to redirect and split through a double team to get that tackle. And just that ability to change direction, the ability to kind of power through that block. It's not like he was, just that power to be able to go through 2 guys trying to block you and even turn that corner. We're seeing a lot here, a lot of the agility. I mean, just right here, he's able to turn and flatten to go get the quarterback. Some defensive ends, especially guys his size, right here, they would have to arc a little bit higher up, and this quarterback would be able to escape up the middle. But because he has that ankle flexibility, that agility, and his length, he's able to grab him and then end up getting the sack. All right, here in this clip, we see that power once again. Tyree Wilson's lined up this time on the left side. Once again, about 7 technique going against maybe 9, going against this tight end and right tackle over here. And at the snap of the ball, he's going wide once again, looking to get around the edge. And he's able to use that power to push this right tackle back, but then has the strength, has the agility to be able to get off inside to get that tackle. It's one thing to be able to push and bull rush a offensive lineman back, but then that ability to get off that block and make a tackle. Okay, so we saw the agility. Last play, we see it again here. Just driving this guy back and just being able to redirect back inside to get the tackle. This right tackle had no chance on this play. Now, one of the things I like to look at with pass rushers in college is, do they have moves? If a guy like him, at 6'6", 275 pounds, with his athletic ability and his power, he's got the ability to just dominate with that raw athleticism. But that's not always going to work in the NFL. You've got to have moves. You've got to have a craft to this game. And so with a guy like Tyree Wilson, that's what I'm looking for. And on this play, he's back on the right-hand side going against the left tackle. And this play is going to end up being a draw to the running back. But what I like to see here is the move. He's squared up with that left tackle, and he's able to engage and swim through to get into the backfield. Now, like I said, it was a draw. It's not like he got a sack on this play, but we just saw the pass rush move. We saw the swim move. We see that is in his arsenal. He can engage, because he's not, he's athletic and he's quick in that, but he's going to have to win at the point of attack in the NFL. And so we can see that here by engaging and just that quick hand usage to power through. And who knows? It looks like he got held around the waist a little bit here, right there. Maybe if he didn't get held there, we're talking about a tackle for loss here. Now, every clip that I've shown you so far has been him as a pass rusher or a pass rushing move. But Tyree Wilson is much more than that. He's a good run defender as well. So here against NC State, he's lined up right here at the bottom of the screen. Once again, kind of that 7 technique, standing 2-point stance. And he's going to engage with the left guard. Okay? Left tackle's coming out to this defender. Left guard's going to engage with him. it's going to be a run, but this is where you see that athleticism and that power and how that can help him in the run game. So here he goes, and he engages with this left guard, but he's able to drive him back and ends up forcing, not only does it force the running back to cut it back inside, because they're looking to try and go outside, but he's able to drive this left guard right into the running back, knock him down for a tackle for loss. So he's able to get a tackle for loss without even actually having to get his hands on that running back. And so this is a great splash play. It's great for highlights, but it just shows to me that power and that ability to win at the point of attack and how he can affect the run game. Even if he didn't drive this guy back in there, he's redirecting this running back into his teammates. And you can see that, especially, him lining him off the edge, going against offensive tackles. Here it was against a guard, the ability to set the edge and force that running back into teammates. All right, another clip of him in the run game. He's lined up on the right-hand side. He's got the tight end on this side over here with the left tackle. Kind of more of that 9 technique at this point. And he's going to engage with this poor tight end. NC State thought, hey, I know our left guard hasn't been able to guard him, or right tackle or left tackle. Let's just throw a tight end at him and run at him. And that's what NC State does. And he's able to push this poor tight end back, but still give himself room to come off and get this tackle for loss. And so it just shows, once again, his power, but just that ability to shed blocks and make a play on the ball. It's one thing to drive a guy back 4 yards. It's another thing to be able to do that, shoot back inside, and get a tackle for loss. All right, the last thing that I want to cover is Tyree Wilson's motor. And that's the one thing that you really kind of want to see out of defensive linemen, especially pass rushers, is do they quit on blocks? I got initially stopped. Do I just kind of let up? Do I chase down the ball? Those are the things that a lot of the top pass rushers, they do really well. They keep working. They manufacture a sack when it wasn't there initially, or a tackle. Here's Tyree Wilson. You can see him by the big pink arrow at the top of the screen. And he's going to come up, once again, stopped initially. This right tackle actually was able to stop him, not get driven back. And once again, it's a draw here. But Tyree Wilson doesn't just stop there, works his way back, chases down, ends up getting the tackle. And it was for a first down. It was down the field. But it shows the motor. It shows the non-quit in him, that he's going to still go out and try to make plays. I'm blocked, I'm out of the play. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to sprint down and lay a big hit on this running back. There is so much to like about Tyree Wilson as a NFL draft prospect. Like I said before, he's got size at 6'6", 275 pounds. He looks like an enormous human being. But then not only does he have that size, but he has the athletic traits. He's got the agility, the quickness, the burst, the power that he can generate from that quickness and the burst. He was very productive at Texas Tech. He had back-to-back 7-sack seasons. He had 14 tackles for loss 2 years ago, 13 and a half tackles for loss this past year. So he was able to sustain 2 years in a row of good production. He was one of the best defensive players in the Big 12, and I know some people will laugh at that, but we've had some pretty good defensive players coming out of the Big 12 lately, and he was a difference maker for Texas Tech. Now, I think him transitioning into the NFL, I think he's more of that base defensive end, a guy that you're going to put on maybe the 5 technique. He's not maybe he's an edge rusher, but he's not your athletic, fast guy off the edge. But we see guys like him, Marcus Davenport, guys like him that are bigger, that can line up at the edge, Cam Jordan, and have that success. So I think him kind of being that base defensive end. We see him mocked a lot to Seattle. And I think that 5 technique on the other side, I don't know about him reducing inside as much. I know it's like, oh, hey, he's 6'6", 275 pounds. We're going to put him at the 3 technique on pass rushing situations. I think he could probably do that. I'd still like to leave him on the edge and kind of use him there. But we could see a team do that. I think him in the 3-4, I think he's limited scheme fit there. I think he's best suited in a 4 front. But if you have a 3-4 defense that asks him to attack, I think he can have a lot of success there. A 1 gap 3-4. But if you're going to put him at a defensive end in a 3-4, and you're going to ask him to hold the point of attack in 2 gap, I don't think you're going to get that much out of him. I think he's going to be kind of wasted there. So that's why I think a 4 front or a 3-4 attacking defense is where he's best suited. I know Tennessee Titans are picking at 11, and I think he'd be a perfect fit in Mike Vrabel's defense because, they're a 3-4 defense, but they slant and attack and loop, and I think that would be a strong spot for him. I don't know if Tennessee's looking for a defensive end there. They probably have their eyes on an offensive tackle or potentially a quarterback, but maybe some of the top tackles are gone, and a guy like Tyree Wilson falls down to them. Like I said, I think he'd be a perfect fit with what they want to do. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode of the Film Room. Tyree Wilson was a fun prospect to watch. If you like this and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You get all my film rooms, all my other videos. Make sure you follow me on social media, draft_Brian. Doesn't matter where it's at, draft_Brian. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.